It's okay to feel that negative energy. It's okay to experience it. It's a part of life, but at the same time, you have to be ready and able to flip that some bitch and find the positivity and find the positive sides of things. There's a lot of things that one is responsible for in life, but the most important thing that one is responsible for in life is their own happiness and well being. Their happiness and well being, those two things, that's something that you're responsible for yourself. It's not something that someone else is going to give to you. It's not something you're going to find in material things. It's not something that you'll find in other people completely, but it's something that you have to fix yourself. It's something that you have to take upon yourself and find. And the thing is, it's not going to come from external sources. It's going to come from yourself. It's going to come from within you. It's just something that I've been realizing over the past year. Over the past year, man. It's something that you have to find yourself. It's not something that I can give to you, but it's within you. It's hidden within your thoughts, and those thoughts turn to actions, and those actions that you take then determine your happiness. I believe. I'm not a guy of many means at the moment. I know there's a lot of material wealth and things that are on the way that are coming. There are things that I do want, but I've also come to realize that I'm not going to find happiness in those things because, yeah, they're nice and all, but at the end of the day, if I'm not happy with myself, then what's the point? A lot of guys in today's world, they find or they try to find happiness in external things, and they always end up, for some reason, they either kill themselves or they're just depressed and not happy in general. And it's crazy to think that these people do that when we have all of these resources and life is easy. I'm here talking to y'all out by a beautiful lake. I'm about to put it on the internet and it's going to reach someone, and it's crazy to think about. We have so much access to so many things, but we're living in a world where people aren't happy with themselves or just happy with life in general because it's almost like we have so many options and we have too damn much. It's almost like people have too many options and choices and they don't know which one to pick, and it just makes them unhappy. People complain about the smallest of things that really don't even mean anything. The smallest things, like, oh damn, my food was burnt in this spot or something like that. These small things, but it's like, dog, you actually have food to eat. You can't be happy about that. You can't be appreciative of it. So happiness doesn't come from external things. It comes from yourself. It all starts in the mind. I've been saying this for the longest, man. The outside world is just a reflection of your inside world. There's a reason why I'm really positive and really optimistic and really happy. Even though, like I've said it, like, I'm not a man of many means at the moment. I know all the means and stuff are coming, but it's because up here, I look at life as something beautiful. It's going to have its ups and downs, but it's still beautiful. It's all a part of the game. Things aren't always going to be perfect. Things aren't always going to feel good, but just having the ability to stop for a second and realize that whatever I think about in here is what's going to come outside, and that's what I'm going to perceive as reality, is huge. When someone understands that, when you understand that, it's a game changer for you. It's going to make things easier for you. And the way to do that is to start asking yourself the tough questions. How do you feel about yourself? How do you feel about others? How do you feel about the situation you're in? When you start to ask yourself these questions and you really just deep it and think about it, you'll find a lot of the answers as to why you're possibly unhappy, or you possibly just don't like how things are in general. And when you realize that, okay, I don't like this, I don't like that, I like this, I like that, you can do something about it. That's when the perception starts to shift and you can look at things from a different angle, you know? Like me, for example, I always find the positive in things. Like, there's days, for example, where I don't want to get up and work out, but I just say to myself, like, damn, I'm really grateful that I have the opportunity to wake up and control my time and hit the gym because there's people out here that, they're probably lying in the hospital and they're struggling with their health, and they could just wish that they could go to the gym, and train, and put their body through, I don't want to say pain, but just put their body through some exercise. They can't even move. There's people that that's their one wish in life. And I get the opportunity to get up every single day and do it and take care of my body and just take care of myself in general and feel good about myself. It's all about perspective at the end of the day. But that perspective has to come from you. It can't come from anything else. It can't come from a whole bunch of gurus telling you the answer and stuff. They can help you out, of course, but they're not going to give you what you want. I can guide you to where you need to go, but I'm not gonna give you the complete answer because I don't have it. It's something that you have to figure out yourself. And it all starts with asking yourself questions about how you see life, how you see things in general. So you're responsible for that personal happiness. Nobody else is gonna find it for you. Again, it's crazy to think, man. We live in a time where everything is so accessible, everything is at your fingertips. I have a mic right here that is transmitting sound to a device wirelessly at ease. We just have ease of access when it comes to anything, but people still aren't happy. It's crazy to think, man. And it's like we're always complaining, and you know, the more you complain, the more negative thoughts you bring into yourself, and the more negative energy you bring to yourself. I hate that shit. I really do. If there's one thing that I really hate on this planet is negative energy, bro. Negative energy. Of course, there's always a balance to things. There's always a positive and a negative side. But, you know, it's okay to feel that negative energy. It's okay to experience it. It's a part of life. But at the same time, you have to be ready and able to flip that some bitch and find the positivity and find the positive sides of things. Super important, man. We've seen examples of personal happiness not coming from external things with a lot of celebrities, a lot of musicians, for example. Um, the one that pops up in my head, I never really listened to her music, but Amy Winehouse. Some of y'all know her, some of y'all don't. But she was a singer that I believe she overdosed on something. I don't know what. I don't remember the story exactly. But this was a lady that, she had the world in the palm of her hands through her music. It touched people, it connected with people, but still within herself, she wasn't happy. You know, strange to think, and that's why I said earlier in the video that I know the material things are all coming that I desire and that I want. The wealth, the places that I live and what I do with my life. I know it's coming, but and it's a part of my life, but it's not what's going to make me happy. What's going to make me happy is how I feel about myself, how I feel about the world, what I think of it, you know? Feelings and thoughts, they go hand in hand. Um it's like even listening to myself speak, sometimes I don't like to say how I feel, but it's the truth. I like to think a certain way so that I feel a certain way as well. It helps the process. It helps out a lot. I think people don't understand that, and I think that's the missing ingredient. Yourself. Yourself. We're just out here, or I don't even want to say we, but a lot of people are out here, just living life and just going from A to B and just, you know, especially guys, man, for the most part, they're just living life. They think they have to live life a certain way in order to attain happiness, like having the white picket fence, the wife, the kids, the dog. It doesn't necessarily have to be that way. If that's what you want, and if you believe that's happiness, do you, bro? But it's like I've seen for the longest time, like that ain't it for me. That ain't it. I'm not doing that. It's too much on this planet to do, to see, to experience. Why would I just follow this one path that I've been told to do since I was a kid? When I'm seeing that guys that end up in that situation, all they do is just talk shit and complain. It makes no sense. So man, take the time every day to realize and, ask yourself questions about what's going on in life, why things aren't the way that you would like for them to be. What can you do to bring what you would like to be to life? Really take the time, to reflect on these things, because once you do that, the answers don't come right away. It's just you start to move in a different manner, and your thoughts and actions start to align with what you want to bring to life and the happiness that you're seeking, because it's about you. It's not from other people at all. Again, other people or things, but you know, other people and things can be a part of it. But at the end of the day, like, people and things, they also have an expiration date. You know, whether it's a relationship, relationships never last forever. Even if you're married, like, it gets to a point where, or let me say that if you grow old together, it gets to a point where both of y'all are gonna die. Someone's gonna die in the relationship, and that relationship is done. So that happiness that you want to find has to be within you first before you go and, like, put yourself in a relationship, because you never know what's gonna happen as the relationship progresses. Things happen, and that relationship might die, right? And then you're just left standing there like, what the fuck? You put all your happiness into that thing, and then now you don't know what to do because it's ended. Material things too, man. Things come and go. I lost my camera here 3 or 4 months ago now, and literally, it's the best thing that's ever happened to me. That camera was the first camera that I bought. Super. I don't want to say super expensive, but it was a little bit above the budget of what a normal person would buy, because I wanted to start filming vids. And I lost it. And all I thought in my head was, damn, like, this is actually a good thing, because now I can utilize this iPhone that I have right here. I'm filming off of an iPhone. And I've learned so much over the past 3, 4 months about filming and how to film, how to set up shots, how to create cool ass reels and stuff like that, all off of my iPhone. I took that disadvantage that I had of losing my camera, flipped it into a positive, and now I'm very happy with the results. And I know that going forward, I'm probably going to stop using my iPhone, or I am going to stop using my iPhone, upgrade to something better, and keep progressing and just keep, living happy. Losing that camera was literally the best thing that happened to me 3, 4 months ago. Uh, I remember I was a little bit in shock, but then I was like, you know what? I'm going to do something about this, because my happiness isn't defined by that camera. It's about what I can do and the tricks that I can learn to then put, something new out to the world that's beneficial. I'm telling you, man, it all starts with you, man. It all starts with your mind. It all starts with your thoughts. It all starts with you. But people don't realize that. They think it starts with something from the outside coming in, but no, it's from the inside and it coming out. Just thought I'd cut the camera on real quick and just let y'all know my thoughts real quick. Try to put them as best as I can together. I'm really enjoying filming vids without scripting and putting down any notes, just talking whatever or saying whatever's on my mind and putting it out there. That's why I look away a lot from the camera. Not because I'm camera shy. I'm just trying to think about the words that I want to put together, because I know what I want to say, but I also need to, visualize what I'm saying so that it makes sense for y'all. You feel me? But anyway, that's it from me in this video. For one-on-one consultations, links in the bio, and I'll see you on the next vid. Peace.